Hi everyone, I have a fun Aritzia haul for you guys today. This might be my favorite one yet. I have so many things for fall and winter. Coats, jackets, sweater jackets, t-shirts, pants. I have activewear, which I'm very excited about because I like to go to the gym and exercise. I have short sleeves and I have tank tops and I have, what else do I have? I have shoes at the end. So I'm very excited to pop the tags off of all these things and start wearing them when I'm finished showing you guys what I have for this video. So just keep watching. So first we have the Finch coat in the color Dreaming Blue, and it is the most miraculous shade of blue. I'm very glad that they didn't do it in the Admiral blue, which I have something from Admiral blue right here, which we'll get to next, but I'm really glad about the Dreaming Blue as opposed to the Admiral blue. You can see the differences, right? So how it's showing up on camera, that is the true shade of blue. I'm talking too much about the color. I want to tell you guys about the coat. This is a transitional coat and it goes down to a 32-degree Fahrenheit temperature disclosure. It comes with buttons, as do all of the Aritzia coats that I've purchased so far, which is just a couple, about like 5 or 6 at this point I think. It's a classic trench coat shape and a classic trench coat look, and that's exactly what I was going for, because we always see coats like this every single fall and winter, right? But for the most part they're in like a beige, that, you know, the Savile color that Aritzia does. So it's in that like camel beige color. Camel, it's a dark dark beige. That's not the most flattering shade on my complexion, because that's about my complexion. So it washes me out completely. It makes me look like I'm ready to jump into a casket. It doesn't make me look alive. This navy blue, it makes me look a little bit alive. It looks a little bit more elegant because I don't look like casket ready, which that camel color can tend to do when that's pretty much the color of my skin already. So this provides a nice pop and a little bit more liveliness that we need in the fall and winter months, when everything is so dark and so grim for 6 months straight. So I'm very excited about this navy blue coat as opposed to the typical camel color that we go for in this type of coat. So on the topic of coats, I have what's called the ledger coat, and what I like to do is organize what I'm looking at, whichever category on the website, from lowest price to highest price, and this popped up as one of the lowest price items. That's because I believe it's a leftover from last season, which I'm completely fine with because this is a completely classic look. In a couple of months I'm gonna forget entirely that this is technically considered an old item. It's fresh and it's new to me, and that's what matters the most. It's in the color dark heather gray, and by the way, that's a thing that a lot of people don't realize, that even when Aritzia doesn't have a banner at the top of their website that says, hey, we're on sale, they still have items that are left over from whenever they were last on sale, and they actually still have several of these left. So go ahead and check it out if you guys were interested in one of the Essential jackets. For this fall and winter, they actually release a lot of new Essential coats as well, and I don't have any coats in the Essential fabric. This is going to be my first one, which is going to be great because I love to layer with scarves, with little jackets and sweaters under, meaning I get hot and overheated very easily. So it's nice not to have a full-on wool coat all the time, because if you overheat even just the slightest, unfortunately it will ruin your outfit. So in the interest of fashion, this is great not to be overheated. So in summary, I believe when you see full-length coats in the Essential fabric, that is the point of them, for layering, for wearing full-on blazers under your coat and maybe like a sweater under the blazer, you know, to have piece on top of piece on top of piece, 3 or 4 pieces at a time. That's the way not to get overheated when you're trying to wear multiple layers. So next I have the Belle t-shirt it's a button-down t-shirt by Sunday Best, and this is actually one of the newest items on Aritzia's website right now. Did I mention it's in the color Admiral? So I really like button-down t-shirts. They used to do a lot more of them at Aritzia, not so much anymore. I guess they assumed that everyone had one. I did not, so I'm very glad that they brought them back this season as well. It's in a 3/4 length sleeve, and I have a favorite everything. I even have a favorite treadmill at the gym, and then I have a second favorite treadmill. So in terms of t-shirts, 3/4 length is actually my favorite kind of length. And they're harder to come by because short sleeve and long sleeve seem to be the status quo, but I'm very glad to, and I always have to snatch it up whenever I see a 3/4 length sleeve. It's my absolute favorite. Now we have the Belle top again, and this color in, I mean this time in bright white. You guys will know if you watch my videos, and if you don't, what are you even doing? That's not nice. Like, don't let me flop. Watch my video. So you guys will know that I don't really do a lot of white clothing and black clothing on purpose. I usually do it if there's no other options. But the problem with that is I don't have a lot of white and black clothing. So when I saw every single little thing that I like, button down, 3/4 length sleeve, oh, and most importantly, boat neck. That's three things that I love. So yes, I needed it in white because I avoid white colors so much that I just don't actually have enough of them for a full wardrobe. And because 3/4 length sleeve is my absolute favorite sleeve length, I got the Bumble tee from Sunday Best as well. And I'm starting to realize that Sunday Best from Aritzia has some of the cutest little shirts. Who knew? I didn't. To be honest, until 2025, I haven't had a single piece of clothing from Sun. I have. That's not true. I've done this before. So, it's 3/4 length sleeve and it's boat neck, which I love those two things together, especially. Separately is amazing, but together even better. So this is just perfect, and it's a little bit cropped too. Just absolutely everything that I love, all in one. Just perfection. Next, I have to show you the Bumble t-shirt by Sunday Best again, and this color is Cloud White. With all the shopping that I've done in 2025, I came to the conclusion that I actually don't have very many t-shirts at all because I wanted more interesting pieces. I wanted, you know, flashy things, bright, flashy, crazy things, and I didn't have any t-shirts. When I have 5 minutes to get dressed, which happens at least once or twice a week, and I'm like, you know, I'm freaking out. I'm not even, you know, I'm too afraid that I'm gonna walk out of the apartment without a shirt on entirely. I'm freaking out, right? I guess this is the kind of stuff that you reach for. This is all four of them, and some of you guys might know I really love the Carolyn Bessette Kennedy and Kelly Klein aesthetic. I love all of Kelly Klein's outfits. Wow, she really shaped the Calvin Klein look in the 90s, which I don't know if you guys know, but a lot of Aritzia's looks and pieces are very heavily inspired and look identical to a lot of runway Calvin Klein from the 90s. So next, the perfect pants do exist. So Aritzia carries tall sizes, and they carry short too for the shorties. The tall is what I needed so badly, everybody. I'm 5'10", and these are the size 6 tall, and this is the most perfect length. They're just absolutely the best thing ever, and I only have one complaint, that I need them in a lot more colors because their color selection for the short and the tall is not very vast, unfortunately. These are the new agency pants, and wow, they are, I have no complaints. I have nothing bad to say other than please, more colors, a lot more colors, many more colors. So regarding the agency pants, I have them again in the color black, and regarding these and the last ones, these are 90s, late 90s, early 2000s club pants. Now if you want to know what I'm talking about, which of course you want to know what I'm talking about, so you know how people are talking about the fact that like office wear or office attire is making a comeback for the club. I wouldn't know because I can't tell you the last time I went to the club. But whenever office attire was something that people wore to a club, I can tell because I watch a lot of old school music videos. When I was old enough to go to the club with my fake ID, uh, um, I was long past the days of people wearing pants in the club. Now it's back apparently, and now I'm still not willing to go. So yeah, these are club pants. So I just looked it up on YouTube. I'm gonna show you really quickly the Lil C's Crush on You music video, and you're gonna see that there is such a thing called club pants. And this song is from 1997, I think. And so is the video. Look, club pants. You can see club pants. It's crazy how fashion is cyclical, isn't it? Like club pants. Everybody is wearing club pants. See that? Club pants. I'm gonna stop saying club pants. It sounds like I'm trying to hypnotize you. I'm not, I promise. Oh, and by the way, it's not just this video. I'm just using this as a reference point because there's a lot of people in the video, but you guys will know if you've watched pretty much anything old school. That's a very typical style of pants that they were wearing 20, 25, 30 years ago. And I've always wanted some, but I've never been able to find any long enough. So Aritzia really, really nailed it. So next I have the Babaton little blazer. Well, I'm just butchering everything, aren't I, right now? If you've seen me sweating a little bit under my arms in this video, you haven't seen anything yet until you've seen my last video, the one right before this one. I've been sick for 3 weeks or something, and it was either cold sweats, because I'm physically cold right now but I'm sweating, cold sweats or no video, so choose your fighter. I thought this was the most perfect little sweater jacket, and I love a good sweater jacket, but I don't have any because I can never find any that aren't too long, not too wide, not too anything. This just is absolutely perfect, and it meets all the marks to sit right at the perfect point with all of my tops, and it's just gonna pair so well with a lot of the high hip items that I have from Aritzia, because a lot of Aritzia's items, as you know, their tops are pretty cropped for the most part. Alright, so next we've got the Aritzia, no, it's Babaton. Aritzia's Babaton Pawel. Pawel. It reminds me, saying Pawel reminds me a lot of Peggy from Married with Children. Ow, doesn't it? The Pawel. Anyway, this is another little sweater, a sweater jacket, and it's the perfect little crop length because it does look nice sometimes to have your jackets and your shirt stop and ends around the same vicinity on your body. It kind of creates a nice gradual effect for your clothes to kind of fall in a layered sort of look, as opposed to in like a gradual layered type of look, I'm saying, you know. I'll show you. I gotta go to bathroom and now I'm cold. Wrapped myself, I adorned myself in my blanket. So next we have the golden activewear. It's just called the Essential Tank in the color black. So for all of the golden items, I get mine in a size medium because it's activewear, so I need to be able to move and be able to do my sets and my reps and my stretches and just be able to do all the full range of movements with I don't even want to feel the clothes on me when I'm exercising. So if I have my information correctly, this is one of the most popular items from Aritzia, period. And I get this from the very little time that I have spent on TikTok so far, which my TikTok is still coming, but one step at a time, right? And apparently the reason why this is one of Aritzia's most popular items, period, is because it's a dupe. It's an exact dupe for the Tank Air $75 tank top, whereas this one is it's $45. So that to say, you should, I'm still gonna be wearing a bra with this. I know that's the reason why a lot of people got this. I don't want to attract a stalker, and that's what would happen if I wore this without a bra. So unless of course the stalker is cute, then maybe we can talk, but they're usually not that cute. But if I ever do try on something without a bra in one of my videos, that's because I'm assuming that most of the people watching my videos should be women. it's, you know, I can't stop. If men want to creep on a side of the internet that's not for them, what, you know, can the girls have anything? Can we have anything just for us? Apparently not. And furthermore, if an item is advertised as being supportive without a bra, I do need to test that theory. Correct? Correct. Alright, now let me show you the tumbler tank, and this one is a thicker strap, just a little bit of a thicker edge all around. I actually want to show you them side by side, right next to one another. Okay, that's enough of that. I want to let the tumbler tank have its moment to shine. I also heard this one was really great as well, and I figured, you know, a thicker strap, maybe that would be even more supportive. So overall, in the long term, I guess I won't really find out because I do plan on wearing these with a bra like I was saying before. But I didn't really have enough workout essentials, even though I feel like I've shown you so many. I really can never have too many. So next I've got the bright white colored tumbler tank. Excuse my voice if it's hoarse. I'm still sick, unfortunately. It's been weeks and it's just not going anywhere. The bright white, let me tell you something. I have tested the theory, and unfortunately I have a ton of just plain white sports bras from Aritzia, and guess what? The bright white and the plain white, you can actually visibly see the difference. It's insane. I really didn't think you would be able to tell the difference, so unfortunately that means I'm gonna have to get a bright white colored sports bra, just so it doesn't look like the you know, so that the whites, I'm sorry, but when you're wearing white, they all have to be the same shade of white. I'm so sorry. You cannot have like dull white and then bright white. It's like when you go into a house and they have multiple shades of white paint on the wall. You can kind of always tell. And just for the sake of showing you what I'm talking about, I'll show you the white sports bras that I have and how it's not the same shade as the bright white. So you can see the colors are very, very close, but not quite. Not enough. This is the bright white, and this is the regular white, and I see a difference. Let me know if you do. So now I have to show you one, two, oops, three pairs of the new Cheeky Life. Wow, that's a long name. The new Cheeky high-rise leggings in Life by Golden at Aritzia. And so just like the pants that I showed you earlier in this video, I specifically got these ones because they are in a tall length, which Aritzia has been doing with their leggings just starting in 2025, I believe. So these are a size 6 tall, and it is the perfect length for somebody like myself, which is 5'10". These are in the color black, and I was really, really fortunate to be able to get 3 pairs of them because right now I can't find them on the website. I don't know where they went. Tall length leggings. This is just a dream come true. And this dream come true is actually the reason why I got the Activewear tanks, because they both, when you pair them together, they both meet at the perfect spot on your body, and it's just a symbiotic relationship between the tank and the leggings. And most of my Aritzia Activewear pieces are full-length bodysuits, so I needed some tops if I was going to do leggings, which if you really have to go to the restroom, this is actually a life hack. Imagine not wearing a onesie being a life. It's a life hack. I'm telling you, it's a life hack, okay? Just let me tell you that I'm giving you a life hack. Look, I'm sick. I'm unwell. I've been sick for weeks. Just let me have this one thing. So next I have Golden soft set best ever crew socks, and it's a 3-pack of socks by Aritzia. So a couple of things. I have larger feet, and Aritzia carries size M/L for socks. A lot of socks say one size fits all. That's just not the case, or else we wouldn't have multiple different shoe sizes, right? So whenever something says M and L, that's perfect. Well, it's not always perfect, but it's in the right direction. At least it's not one size fits all, so it's closer to something that would actually fit me. These are sweat wicking, terry loop cushion, seamless toe, shaped heel for just the right fit. It says left and right toe design, which is perfect because a lot of socks don't specify which foot it's supposed to be on, and it doesn't really end up fitting all that great anyway. It has arch support, a reflective detail, which is good for when you're walking outside and exercise, and it's low impact. I've got multiple different packs of them, but I have opened them up because I desperately needed workout socks, so I just wanted to show you this is what they look like. This is what they look like. I'm sorry. I've got a lot going on, you guys. And they're right about the left look, right foot, left foot design that they were talking about. It says R and L inside. And these have been washing great. I've worn them about 3 or 4 times already, and then I have a brand new set to go as well. I should have listened to what people were saying before. Aritzia has the best socks. So next we have the Butter Essential Golden Long Sleeve in the color Upper Rose. I'm so cold right now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I feel like the coldness, the shiver down my spine. I can't believe I started this video sweating and now I'm cold. I'm telling you, cold sweats, I'm sick. So anyway, I got this from the Aritzia sale section, and I'm telling you guys, this sale section is the best kept secret at Aritzia. They always have something really cool on sale, and sometimes it's marked down so low it's like they're practically giving away. They're really not. I think I paid like around $20 for it, this $20 or $25 for it, but for one of their workout pieces, that's an amazing price, because we all know activewear is always pretty expensive, so I'm glad to get it on sale. So in terms of more Aritzia sale section finds, I got the Golden Butter cheeky high-rise legging, but this is just a size 6, not the 6 tall, unfortunately, but this is what was on sale. It was on sale for about $20 or something like that, and it was originally $88, but I got it for $20. So although it's not the tall length, that's okay with me, because for $20 I'm willing to deal with it. So for more random sale finds, I've got the Homestretch Crew long sleeve in the color Tart Pink, and I got this before they raised the price. They recently raised the price about $3 more. So many places, not just Aritzia, so many places are raising the prices on their stuff, which is quite unfortunate, but that's 2025 for you. But I got this on sale. I think I got it on sale for like $17, so it's a great random sale find. So another random sale find is the same thing but in a short sleeve. It's the Homestretch Crew short sleeve in the color Court Green. This is the garment dyed Court Green, so it's a little bit washed, which is nice. Creates a different effect as opposed to like a regular solid color, so it should be interesting to see how this one washes. And on the theme of the Homestretch Crew tops, this is the final one in the waist length, the color garment dyed Dew Blue. So this is the exact same thing as the other two I just showed you, but a cropped version as well. And as opposed to, I think, the $28 this one is usually priced at, I got it on sale for I think $11, maybe $9, something crazy like that. So the next random sale find is my tried and true Wilfred Solis top. I have this in the light birch already, and I have it in black already. This is in the color Grotto Green, and I believe this was a color that was released in spring 2025, but it's a long sleeve sweater top, so I don't know if that's what people wanted when they were moving into the warmer weather, so I think that's why I found it on the sale section. And I think this is a beautiful green, similar to the olive green that Aritzia does, and it's going to be great for the fall and the winter. So I had to get up and put on some boiling water to make some tea. It is frigid cold in here. That thing, that silver thing you see behind me in my videos, that is a radiator. It's supposed to be producing heat. It has one job and it's not on right now. I don't even know what's going on. However, for our next random... Ow, I just bit the inside of my mouth. Oh my goodness. This video is really taking a turn for the crazy. The next random sale find is the Sunday Best Plaza t-shirt. I think I got this, it says originally $38. I think I got this for $10.99, under $11 for this cute little tee. how could I say no? So for this next random sell find, it's called the Quadrille top in the color Poppy Red, and it was originally $48, and I think I got this on sale for $12.99. So I know I said no ruffles on the top for me, but I saw my girl Charlotte wearing pretty much the exact same top on Sex and the City, so I'll insert that right here. And it proved to me that ruffles on the top do in fact looked very good when they're in just the right spot. Alright, the next random sell find is the Parfait top by Wilfred. This was originally $45. I think I got it for $16.99, and I have it in the long sleeve version in the color Ashen, but it took a very long time for the short sleeve versions to go on sale, and I don't know why I specifically wanted to buy it when I remember now. I wanted these when they had the colored versions of them, but they never released a colored version in a color that I didn't already have in something else, and sometimes I get the same color in 4 or 5 different items. So I was like, you know what, let me just go ahead the classic route and we'll do the white. So the next random sell find is the same thing, but in black. I think this one was a couple of dollars more than the white one, and I did see somebody wearing this off the shoulder when it first came out, and I wanted it ever since then, but there were other things that were higher on my priority list, so I was really glad to finally be able to get this one and on sale. What's better than that? Alright, so we've got the Statement tube top in black by Babaton, and this is a detailed ruched tube top. This one wasn't exactly on my radar, but then I figured, do I even have a tube top that has like you know, that kind of drapey, a little bit more detailed refinement? No, I don't, so now I do. And these last 3 items are basically dupes for Calvin Klein runway items that I saw from the mid-90s. Silhouettes just like these, so I've got them on those sale Aritzia prices. Lucky me. So I've had to rearrange everything to get to what is my new collection of shoes for the fall and the winter. All of the shoes are from And Other Stories, and I have 4 pairs of them. So first we have kitten heels are kind of my thing now. I used to do 7-inch heels. It's really crazy that I used to do that, but a lot of us did, right? Kitten heels are just my comfort zone now, more so my happy place, and these are just so beautiful. I really wanted some brown kitten heels for the longest, but I wanted dark brown, really deep rich brown, and this just is absolutely the most perfect little kitten heel. And as always, these are 100% authentic leather, which is the reason why I get pretty much all of my shoes from And Other Stories. So these next ones are insane in the membrane. Think Repetto. So I do like the Repetto ones, however I have never worn heeled ballet shoes, only flat ones I believe, so I figured, okay, I'm gonna give the ones from And Other Stories a try. They're about half the cost of the no, a little bit more than half the cost of the ones by Repetto, and the Repetto ones I would have to order online, I believe, because I think they only have a store in Paris, and I'm in New York City, so that to say, aren't these absolutely glorious? Look at that. And yes, these are patent leather. So the thing about them is I got these weeks ago, and I have been putting in a spray to stretch out the patent leather because it is excruciatingly uncomfortable until you stretch them out properly. We're going to talk a lot more about stretching out high quality leather shoes in my upcoming New York City Diaries vlogs. It's a lot of fun shopping, a lot of fun living. So yes, life is beautiful, and patent leather shoes are very hard to stretch out. Alright, so I've got the most insane shoes in black. I decided that the brown tortoiseshell, I always wonder if I say tortoiseshell correctly, but I decided that it's not going to pair with absolutely everything, but the things that it doesn't, the black is going to be perfect for. And it really is just so important for me to have a large variety of everyday shoes for me to choose from that are not sneakers. I mean, that's that's a last resort, not a first option for me personally. Just with the stuff that I like to wear, it really makes sense to have shoes that are not sneakers that I can wear on the day to day, and I'm really happy with the way my collection is filling out. I wanted to show you side by side, see what I mean? So if the black doesn't make sense with the outfit, then surely the brown tortoiseshell will. Look at that. Aren't they so shiny? I can't believe this. They're so cute. They're so cute. No! Thankfully, like a cat, they landed face up. We're back in business, boys. So next I have the cutest shoes that most of us have ever bore witness to in our entire lives, and that's no exaggerating. So it was the fall of 2010, and I brought some shoes just like this, and just like that I returned them to Nordstrom because I figured they were 4 inches tall. I was like, those just aren't the right ones. I mean, this is a very specific type of shoe, a clog with studs and with the very 90s-esque vibe about it. Those weren't the right ones. These are the ones. These are the ones, you guys. It's done. It's been 15 years coming, but I finally got them. And these are real authentic suede, none of that fake stuff. So this is pretty much one of my first pair of casual suede shoes, so I'm very excited to add like a new texture into my casual day-to-day attire. So everyone, give me a brown heart emoji if you like my new shoes, and thank you so much for watching. I really had a lot of fun putting this video together, and this is some of my favorite stuff that I think I've brought in a very long time. Go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'm going to be back with more fashion content and my New York City diary vlogs, where we're just going to explore life together. Bye. Being weird again. Don't get scared. Stay. Let's be friends. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.